Ladies and gentlemen, we have a quick public service announcement for you. And I'm only doing this because it is a token that I did provide coverage for at some point in the past. I don't recall if I did that on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I did not. But it was on the podcast for those on the podcast channel, cryptotalkradio.net, for the iTunes, Spotify, etc. It was there, and the token was Parabolic, is the name of it. Did not go on YouTube. This will be the first time, but I figured I would share it for all platform listeners. Unfortunately, this will not make the podcast in time because of the podcast schedule. So I'm also going to share this on social media, but to kind of refresh on Parabolic, when we covered Parabolic a while ago, it had some standout features. I thought it had arguably one of the best white papers in the business. I thought they had a great project and great team and seemed like it was doing good stuff. Then they were working on a game, and they've since done a lot more, and I've never revisited it. That revisit's going to happen probably next week. I will need to kind of refresh on where we're at, and then I will share for the YouTube folks the coverage that I did from before so we can get all level set with it. But suffice it to say that with the game and everything else, they had not focused heavy attention on the token, the Parabolic token. And the reason they gave, I talked to them directly about it, the reason they gave is that they did not want to heavily shill or hype or push the token until they had a tangible product to back it up with, which I respected. That time has come, or they're coming close. Along with, they have expanded their ecosystem. There's more tokens in the mix. I'm going to be focusing on the Parabolic token. In the immediate update, the new Parabolic token is available for purchase if you are interested in taking a look at it. They have built it across multi-bridge, so you can do it. The initial token was Binance Smart Chain. They now have it on AVAX as well, Polygon, and some other ones. So if you're interested in the Parabolic token, based on an analysis, take a look at it. It is now available, and you can do the trading. Now, the problem is that they have a lot in their ecosystem. They're staking and all sorts of good stuff. And most of the good information is stuck in Telescam. That's the only criticism I have of them. And I'm going to bring it to attention that I think that their website needs work as far as updating with a lot of this stuff. But I'm just sharing it because I have a platform to do so, and I did coverage before so that you know that there is some calls to action if you are interested or had your eye on Parabolic token. You're going to want to check them out, parabolictoken.com, for their Telescam site. They're also on social media. And I will do the analysis again, full analysis with a smoke report next week on the Parabolic token for what I see now that they are relaunched, not relaunched, but it's active again, and what it's doing. The one thing that stood out to me more than anything, above and beyond the fact that the white paper was good and the website was good and everything else was good, the standout was that their token, their burn is a real burn. Like, they don't do what everybody else does, which is send it to a dead wallet. They actually remove them from supply. So they're creating true scarcity over time. The problem with the sending to dead wallet is that it does take it out of circulation, but it doesn't affect the total supply possible. And so the theory is that while they're still in inventory, while they're still in supply, if you don't take them out of total supply, that the price doesn't get an opportunity to really move. And the reason it's caught my eye is because of what happened with CoinMarketCap and SHIB, where they had it wrong by like 200 trillion tokens. And we saw the price move when they changed the total supply and made the total supply, and then it now matches the circulating supply. But they changed the total supply and added basically the 200 trillion back, and the price moved as a result of the total supply changing. Well, this told me that there may be something to this, that if you're doing a true burn, like if you were to look at Parabolic on the Binance Smart Chain in the transactions, you'll see that it's actually doing a burn action, which none of the other ones do. Everybody else is doing a send to the dead wallet. The thing is, when you're doing the send to the dead wallet, that could be perceived as circulation. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily qualify as scarcity. So I thought there might be something to this, and I wanted to watch Parabolic to see if what they're doing is the right answer all along. So it was never that it had the fundamental of be rich or that, but it seemed like they had something possibly that they had solved, and I wanted to watch them. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll do the smoke report as I usually do for any underdog token. But this is a follow-on coverage. I will have the audio snippets of what I did before for Parabolic. I'll add that as well to refresh on where we're at now or where we were, and then where we're at now, I'll do the new coverage. Again, Parabolic token on the Binance Smart Chain is active and available if you are curious about it, and I will have more details and coverage about what that means. Next week, I'll do a full smoke report, and I'll revisit the audio from the last time we did it on the podcast. If you're listening to this and you're also a podcast member, you can go back in the archives. It should be in the title of the podcast entry for Parabolic if you want to revisit it. If you're following us on social media at CTR Crypto Radio, I'm going to be sharing out the original podcast audio, and bear with me because it's rough, but the original podcast audio so we can refresh on what got us here, and then this that I'm doing right now so that we can let you know, hey, if you were interested in this, now is the time that you want to take a look at it.